Well, good morning and welcome again to another broadcast of Internet Radio. And today I'm going to do a special broadcast uh, because of what popped up on my screen this morning, and you're looking at it. It's a great big rock, and it's in the desert of Arabia, and it's called the Elephant Rock, and I can understand why. Looks like an elephant. Well, the reason I'm showing you this is because of what happened yesterday. We were at worship, and we one of the men in the assembly stood up and he shared from Psalm 62, and we sang one of our hymns, and that went along with this psalm, and it was so beautiful, and it was about a rock. And as we look at this rock right here, let's just think about rocks in general. And let's read Psalm 62, and then we'll look at this hymn, which is entitled The Solid Rock. Well, the hymn, before we sing the hymn, let's look at the psalm. Psalm 62 says this: For God alone is my soul waits in silence. From him comes my salvation. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be greatly shaken. How long will all you attack a man and battle him? Like a leaning wall, the tottering fence, the only plan to trust him down from his high position. Then take pleasure, they that take pleasure in falsehood, they bless their own mouths. By inwardly they curse. For God alone, O my soul, waits in silence. My hope is on him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. O God, rest my salvation in my glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Trust in him at all times, O people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Those who of low estate are but a breath. Those of high estate are but a delusion. In the balance they go up. They are together lighter than a breath. Put no trust in exhortation. Set your vain hopes on robbery, in riches. Increase, set not your heart on them. If only God has spoken, twice have I heard this, the power belongs to God, and that to you, O God, belongs steadfast love, for you will render to man according to his works. What a beautiful hymn or a psalm. And as they start out, we talk about a rock. He alone is my rock and my salvation. And then further on down in this, it talks about the rock again. It says, He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God. Well, after reading this psalm, we sang this hymn. And this hymn is entitled the solid rock. And I'm going to read the refrain and then I'll go through the verses. On Christ the solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. And then it says, my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. I dare not trust the sweetest frame, but wholly lean on Jesus' name. When darkness veils his lovely face, I rest on his unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. His oath, his covenant, his blood, supplies me in the whelming flood. When all around my soul gives way, he then is all my hope and stay. When he shall come with trumpet sounds, oh, may I then in him be found, dressed in his righteousness alone, faultless to stand before the throne. On Christ my solid rock I stand. All other ground is sinking sand. All other ground is sinking sand. With that, I'm going to close this short broadcast. But think about the rock. Think about what it says. For God alone, my soul, waits in silence, for my hope is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. On God rests my salvation and my glory. My mighty rock, my refuge is God.